to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and this is the 24/7 news report video. As always, we start with the headline news, and the headline news is that Everton are one of the clubs who have considered a move for signing Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic, and he could be available for £25 million this summer, according to Give Me Sport. So Vlahovic has only played 34 games and got 14 goals this season for Juventus, but his playing time is limited. Clearly, Juventus wants to sell him. Originally, he was up for 35 million. They've reduced the price. We were interested in the past, and Give Me Sport made an educated guess and gone, well, the new price might make Everton interested again, which I think is a very fair speculation to make. And United are also interested in him. I think he's a very good player. I think any club from third to sixth in any of the top European leagues would be interested, or should be. Obviously, he comes from the Italian league, but he's a big lad, which will help with the physicality of the Premier League and the Premier League centre-backs being very hands-on. It'd be interesting to see how he'd adapt, because obviously Beto, but don't let one players... I mean, Beto's done well now, but don't let Beto's time to adapt. No, I guess, yeah, let that take into account. Players need time to adapt and get used to the league. It took Beto a while, but now he's firing on all cylinders. So... yeah, I really like the player as well. I like Vlahovic. I think he's a very clever finisher. And I think he could do a really good job in the David Moyes system. We also have that Everton are interested in a potential summer move for Newcastle midfielder Sean Longstaff, according to Alex Crook of TalkSport. Longstaff's understood to be open to the idea of leaving St James's Park due to his game time being limited. David Moyes is also a big admirer, and Newcastle would know that selling him would be 100% profit under the PSR rules, as he came from their academy. It's interesting to see that David Moyes is interested in him. This is a player that's been linked, or was that his brother Matty? I think it's Sean, yeah. He's been linked with Everton before, so it just goes to show whether it's Felwell, a different manager, or David Moyes. These players are clearly that keep sort of reappearing. But yeah, very interesting. We also have that Mark Howard-Casey will lead Everton's defence against Burnley's compensation claim against Everton for their breach of PSR. The trial will start in the summer. For me, can't believe this is still... that came from the lawyer mag as well. I can't believe this is still going on. I completely forgot about this. It's just Burnley still doing it, I believe. And it's just a bit silly. I don't think any Burnley fans have bad taste towards us. They actually quite like us, I think, and the feeling's mutual, because Sean Dyche, James Tarkowski, Dwight McNeil, lesser Michael Keane. But, they certainly... I know a couple of Burnley fans who, wanted us to do quite well because they like Sean Dyche for what he did with the club, which is fair enough. He did a really, really great job at Burnley. I think goes heavily underrated, getting Burnley into Europe. That was phenomenal. So, yeah, very, very interesting. I think it's sour grapes from Burnley, to be honest. Maybe concentrate on getting promoted this season, and then we'll see you next season. Adds a bit of flair to that game all of a sudden, which is interesting. But, I mean, looking at the table last year, they had 24 points. We had 40. This is after all our point deductions. We are still 16 points clear of you. You didn't even finish top of the bottom three. Luton managed to finish higher than you and gave us a better fight. I honestly, I don't know what they want from this. Like, we took more points off you, and you still wouldn't have been there. It's just crazy to me. It's a really crazy thing. We also have that Everton are interested in signing, are in the race to sign 18-year-old Norwegian forward Sindre Wale Egeli. I'm going to pronounce that, from FC Nordsjælland, according to TBR Football. RB Leipzig and Atalanta are also watching the 18-year-old, as have Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Brentford, Fulham, and ourselves over the season. The Norwegian wonder kid has played 23 games this season, scored 6 and got 5 assists. Obviously, it's quite promising. It's obviously quite a promising aspect. He's clearly a good player. Leipzig have a good scouting system. Brentford have a good scouting system. Liverpool have a great scouting system as well. If those 3 clubs are interested in him, that means that he must be quite good. And then obviously Fulham, ourselves, Palace, are all decent clubs as well, of a decent stature. So it's interesting. Norwegian as well are really good for just pumping out wonder kids. So yeah. But that is all we've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts. Look forward to reading them.